All right, good morning, tribe, and welcome to the Donut Shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Vorderbruggen, coming to you live from Ravenscar, my backyard. Big temperature change. I won't say it's warm, but it's just before warm. Not sure what I would say. Not lukewarm. I guess it's not quite lukewarm either. It's not cold. So it's pretty nice out. And lots of clouds moving. It was kind of a pretty sunrise, but man, those clouds are moving fast from the south. So I don't know what we're in for. I guess I could check, but where's the fun in that? Hey, good morning. Mike is first, at least on my screen. Good morning, Mike. Looks like the pigs came back, huh? Hey, Lauren. Good morning. Yeah, t-shirt weather. Now, granted, it's like a long sleeve t-shirt, but it's cool enough or warm enough where I don't even need the long sleeves. Hey, good morning, Tammy. Clouds in East Texas. Yep, same here. They're coming from us. Well, no, they're heading. I'd say they are heading northeast. Yeah, so they might come towards you. All right. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Constance. Hey, Nancy. Thank you. Good morning, Shirley. Typical South Texas winter morning. That's all right. That's all right. Hey, Tracy. Good morning. Hey, Josh. Morning in Victoria, man. How's it going down there? Like 55 here at the farm. Hey, it's Melanie. Melanie's back. Yay! That prodigal son. Relatively speaking, it's complicated. Hey, how's the truck driving? Hail to the truck driver, truck driver, truck driver. Hail to the truck driver, lady. Cool. Oh, Mark, 33 up there. So was it South Carolina or wherever you're at? Eek, that's cold. All right, you got me wondering what the temperature here is. Whoa, cool. So, that's cooler than checking the temperature. So you graduated CDL school, got the CDL Monday. So you are, what's next? Do you have to spend some time like interning or something? Or are you set free on the freeways? Inquiring minds want to know. Hey, Julie. Okay, Constance, you're in South Carolina, 34 degrees. Okay, now I guess I am curious again. I was just so excited to see Melanie back. I've been wondering how you've been doing with the truck driver. I'm assuming you're doing well, but I also assumed that really had you nailed to the wall and really busy. So it is 61 here in my backyard. Hey, good morning, Doug. Okay, Mark, Alabama. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I have to. All right, so Melanie, you need to get a job somewhere, go through their orientation, company training, etc. Okay. I'm assuming the truck driving school has an in with a bunch of shipping companies to say, hey, we got fresh students for you. Ooh, it's hot. Yeah, it's been so cold lately, and I was using the Viking mug, and the ceramic cooled it off. And so I put it in the Arctic mug, and now it's super hot, and it's hotter than it needs to be. Oh, well. That'll teach me just to make assumptions, won't it? Hey, Josh. Okay, Victoria is cool and muggy. Does that make sense? Yep. And frankly, I hated when it was cold and wet. Like growing up in Minnesota, the winters, they were cold and dry. And so it was cold, but only cold on the surface, like on your skin. But then I moved out to New York for 7 years, and there it was a damp cold. And even though the temperature didn't get quite as cold as Minnesota, the dampness just made it sink deep into your body, and you felt like you were never going to get warm again. Eek. Right, yes, 61 in Freestone, winds blowing this afternoon. Ooh. Sorry, we got some pretty clouds here. I don't know if the camera can capture them. Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe you just have to be here. But yeah, they're kind of pretty. It's a blue sky. There's a weird swash of brown through there. Nope, haven't been mugged since I left New York. But apparently it's muggy weather all over Texas. Muggy and 60 in Burlington, yeah. It's not quite muggy here. It's damp, but not a yicky damp. It's more just, all things considered, it's just kind of nice. At least after the last few cold days. Yep, clouds are pretty. We got the bumpy. When you make biscuits in the oven and you got the individual bumpy biscuits, all touching. That's what the clouds above me look like now. They look like a big pan of biscuits. Ooh, making me hungry. Okay, born in South Bend, stayed till I was 9. South Bend, Indiana? I'm trying to remember which side that's on. Is that by the refineries? Is that on the north side of Indiana? I'm so bummed. So here, right overhead, when I went out and looked, it was cloudy. So we had nothing here at our place. And then I waited, and by the time the clouds had passed, it was like the conjunction had set. So I'm going to have to hang around for another 836 years or whatever. That's it, yeah. Momentous clouds. Momentous clouds make me hungry. Now I'm imagining biscuits with some butter and some of the carpenter. Hey, where are the carpenters? The carpenters haven't shown up yet. Some of the carpenter's jelly. Ooh, that'd be good eating. So 60 degrees and 90% humidity in Nixon. Ugh. That's, ugh. Yeah, I don't care for that. Oops. And it's sprinkling there. Good morning, Tina. Sprinkling up there by Livingston. Huh. The older I get, the more I dislike winter. I don't totally hate it now, but I'm grateful for Texas weather in general. I'm right there with you, Kelly. Right there with you. Oh, man, Michelle, weather app shows 100% humidity there in Luling. Yeah. Yes, I dragged the family out into the cold for a quick look at the alignment. They weren't as impressed as I was. Oh, okay. There we go, Mark. Yeah, lake effect snow. Oofta. Yeah, that's some brutal stuff. When you get the wind blowing over the lake's picking up the moisture, and then it gets over, and then it just drops it all. Ooh, let's see. Chemist question. If I stack up and store mushroom compost, will my barn explode? How about dry cow poop? No, you should be safe in either cases. The compost it's going to get hot, but it shouldn't get hot enough to ignite. Yeah. There's so funny you bring this up. So as the compost decomposes, it releases heat from the bacterial action. And one of the ways that people used to heat their houses way back in the Dark Ages and the Middle Ages, that time, was to have big piles of compost there in the house, and just the heat generated from it would help warm the house. Isn't that great? Hello, oil industry. Thank you. Let's see. We set up a telescope. It was okay. I could see the distance separation between the two. Ironically, I was more impressed seeing Jupiter's moon line up. That was awesome. That would have been cool. It's always neat when you see things you've read about, but like actually seeing Jupiter's moons and realizing that's when Galileo said, wait a minute. There's something weird here. Everything is supposed to circle the Earth. Not happening. People in Indiana don't drive far. In Houston, we'll drive 100 miles for lunch and not think anything about it. I got to agree with you there. Alignment was less than stellar. I was expecting like angels to sing and the sky to open up and proclaim Jesus. Yeah, there are all these fake Photoshop pictures the next day on Facebook and so forth, and saying, "No, the alignment," and there's this huge like supernova in the sky. It's like, no, you got a little bright dot, a little bright dot. You put the two dots together, they're not going to suddenly change into orders of magnitude. So, ooh, snowed 4 feet in 24 hours. Our last winter's there. Yeah, that would suck. That would suck. Whoops. All right. Okay. Ha ha ha. Oh, Tracy, winter is my least favorite season, but I finally reached an appreciation for winter. It has a purpose. Not enough cold, not a good peach harvest. That's right. A number of fruits need chilling hours. They need a certain amount of cold to trigger their whole flowers and everything like that. So, yep. Yep, Midwesterners cannot process the distance factor in Texas until they get here and have to drive it themselves. This is true. Ooh, good morning, Sarah. This sounds good. Making salsa and cooking down veggie scraps with bones to make stock. Anyone else cooking this morning? That sounds really good. No, I'm not doing anything like that, but on Christmas Day, I'm smoking a chicken. Yep. Exactly. I kept seeing pictures the day after, and I was like, no, that was not it. Yeah. Yep. Jupiter has about 67 moons. Jupiter is awesome. The 4 Galilean moons we can see easily. Yeah, and just so people understand, Melanie is an amateur astronomer, and so has all sorts of telescopes and cool stuff like that. Bacon and eggs. You get along with my dad. I splurged this morning and had 2 eggs instead of just 1. Ooh, okay, here we go, Melanie. Question for Melanie Black. Michelle says, does anyone have recommendations or advice for an entry-level telescope? Not a toy, but not breaking the bank either. All right, Melanie. Like I said, that one is definitely for you to answer. Okay. And look for an Orion XT-6 or XT-8 telescope. And follow up with that, I have XT8, the most bang for the bunch. Check for people selling used ones. Okay. I thought you had more, but so be it. Oh, that would have been neat. There was a few really good live streams at the conjunction. That I think that would have been more interesting to me, seeing them getting closer and closer. Oh, okay, Constance, we're having a non-traditional Mexican food Christmas dinner. What are you guys making? Yeah, so what are your Christmas dinner plans? What are y'all making? Like I said, I'm making a smoked turkey. And then at some point we're making traditional sugar cookies and decorating them. Ooh, mincemeat cookies. Cool. Ah, Mark, excellent. Started reading Bill Bryson's A Short History of Nearly Everything last night. Already had the book. Have read a few of his others. Yeah, I like it. What is the one about hiking the Appalachian Trail is the first one that introduced me to Bill Bryson, and then a few others, and then yeah, Short History of Nearly Everything. It's like a college education in book form. Always have stock bags in the freezer of bones and vegetable scraps. Ooh, Linda, making old-fashioned pecan pies today. No Caro syrup, with pecans from our trees. That is awesome. I love pecan pies, but I'm really the only one in my family. Oh, Dad's here. Good morning, Dad. Hopefully Mom is there too. Good morning, everyone. 39 degrees with big snowstorm on the way. That will be our white Christmas poached eggs and homemade sausage for breakfast. That sounds good, Dad. I bet it smells really good. The big thing about the conjunction was that you could see both planets in the eyepiece at the same time. That would be kind of cool. Oops. My sister-in-law moved from Ohio and didn't understand that she can't live in Burlington, South Fort Worth, and drive to McKinney or Gainesville for work. She couldn't understand the distance, so we timed it in a drive to McKinney with no traffic, 1.5 hours. Yep, that's about right. Okay, Tammy, they are doing Mexican. Melanie will be out in the woods. Awesome. Hey, roasted hot dogs. Nothing wrong with that. Ooh, here we go. Tina, what's Tina doing? Christmas Eve dinner. Traditional ham and smoked turkey breast, broccoli, rice casserole, sweet potato casserole, greens, rolls, but Christmas Day, boiled crab legs, and homemade lobster bisque. Awesome. Yep. I thought Tex-Mex was traditional Christmas food. We've always had tamales for Christmas as long as I can remember. Yeah, that's something. There hasn't been anyone selling tamales in our church parking lot after Mass. Yeah, and it's like, we need tamales. What? Come on. Isn't there someone that's selling tamales out of their trunk? How am I supposed to get tamales if there's no one with a trunk full of tamales selling them? Come on, people, step up. Cool. Showed the 12-year-old. What did she think of it? Ooh. I had a crispado from the Texan. I feel like the overworked, I can never say that word, grumpy dude. Ooh, best friend invited us over for menudo for Christmas morning. Now, isn't that like tongue or guts or something? Refresh my memory. What is that? Oh, we always had homemade tamales for Christmas. This will be our first year skipping them. I'm assuming, Tina, you would like make them yourself because that's the sort of thing you would do. Hey, good morning, Cherry. Yeah, exactly. Melanie knows. The only way to buy tamales in Texas is from a shady guy out of a trunk of the car in a way that resembles a drug deal. Yeah. Okay. That's what I knew the menudo. Okay, so tripe, the stomach lining. Oh, cool. So you had some, you brought the big guns out. All right. Okay, we bought the $100 ham from New Braunfels Smokehouse. So it's actually only $80 this year. Oh, that's pretty good. But man, $100 ham. More power to you. Traditions. That's awesome. Okay. So beef tripe and often pig's feet. Okay. I'm down on pig feet. No problem with pig feet. Oh man, you might have heard mention of Hank Shaw, the wild foods guy. He's more known for his meat and wild mushroom dishes. But I was cruising through his site 2 nights ago, and he had a recipe for deer trotters or venison trotters. So the actual foot, basically from the ankle down. And one thing he mentioned, the toes, inside the toes of the deer, there's a chunk of meat. It's meat and fat, and it's absolutely delicious after you've cooked it right. And so I was thinking, well, the family didn't care for the pig's feet, but maybe I can, next time I get a deer, we can throw some deer feet into the thing. Okay. Nope. Best friend from Mount Carmel High School has made them for me every year. Now that is a good friend. Okay, yeah. The face. Is it specifically cow, or is it goat too? Or does it have to be, or is it just, faces in general? Ooh, Reuben sandwiches. That's my mom's favorite. Tired of turkey and ham. Another great recipe out there is the venison pastrami, and I want to try that. I don't know. Pigs seem to walk fine. And if I remember correctly, the pigs that walk on 2 legs are higher ranked than the pigs that walk on 4. See if anyone. I'm sure this crowd gets that. Hey, Bonnie, good morning. Just pulled over a stretch and turned on the donut shop. Please keep me in your prayers for traveling mercies. I'm on my way to pick up my son. I love everyone, so I won't be able to say bye. So bye, everyone. Have a great day. Bonnie, may you have a wonderful time with your son and reclaim the love that has been missing from your life with his absence. Okay, barbacoa is a cow. Sometimes tongue, sometimes cheek, sometimes the whole head. Gotcha. You're not really doing much because most of the family in San Antonio is afraid of COVID, so I'm probably going to do a video of a fire-baked Dutch oven cake. Awesome. Awesome. Ooh, you know what? That sounds really good, Josh. I haven't done anything with my Dutch ovens in months. Heaven and earth work make Hank's duck breast prosecute. I can't say the word. Or even use venison to do it. Your life will never be the same. All right. Man, I wish BJ was here. Tina, send that link to BJ. Let's see. I like a real Reuben sandwich. I went to a place and ordered one, and it was a corned beef and coleslaw on wheat. The is that one of those artistic Reubens? I don't think so. Yep, Dutch oven dump cake. I know younger weather. She is making a mint cheesecake from scratch for Christmas. So I don't want to step on her toes. But man, yeah, maybe Sunday. Sunday. Yeah, the Reuben is a mystery to most Texans. I've come to realize that. Near where my boss lives, for Medicine Man, there is a restaurant called the Plowman. Plowman? Yeah, like plowing the fields. And they have what they call a Reuben sandwich, where it is like rye bread, but also cooked with beer and some beer coleslaw. It has multiple beer in it, and it's served with a very large pint of beer. And it's so good. It is so good. Yeah, not coleslaw, sauerkraut. What was I thinking? Yeah, sauerkraut's on a Reuben. Oh man, do Reubens here one night a month, our favorite sandwich night. That sounds good. Okay, here we go. Honest Food Net food or duck prosciutto recipe. Okay, gotta check it out. Man, I haven't been to cats in a long time. They were always kind of pricey. Good pickles though. Ooh. Chirpy agrees with the pickle. I'm gonna let Chirpy talk for a bit. Is that so? Do you like pickles, Chirpy? Oh, sure. Once I turn the camera on you, you get shy. Oh, well. Whew. I've only found a few serious Reubens here in Texas. It's always on my list when I go to Ohio. I can believe that. Oh, you're right. Where are you? Yeah, you are disguised. Oh, there you are. Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, you have something in your mouth. What do you have there? Yeah. It's not like, when a dog or a child is like, what do you have in your mouth? Open up your mouth right now. Open up your mouth. Oh, Chirpy. I assume Chirpy is eating Chirpy appropriate foods. Fredericksburg is about 90 miles east of me. Friend loved Reuben sandwiches, but even in a German town, he complained they weren't made right. Yeah. I know. Mom, are you there? Mom loves Reubens. All right. Today we learned prosciutto. So the duck prosciutto. Prosciutto. We'll try. Yep. Chirpy is down with the sandwich. I've come to realize that Chirpy may not be a big fan of other birds. And so if other birds get talked well of, Chirpy seems to suddenly start getting really chirpy. So, duck prosciutto. Duck prosciutto. Oh man, I got a glare. It like turned his head. I don't know if you can see. Again, we're going to try. This probably won't work. No, he's moving somewhere in this general area. Ooh, you can see how bad my yard is. I've been tearing up my yard, and so doing a whole bunch of redoing, and so I got piles of stuff going on. It's always a work in progress. But so our neighbors here, they're awesome people. Awesome people. And we found this on like Pinterest or something, this fence that folds down and turns into a bar. And so we're thinking of setting that up here. We like each other. We like hanging out with each other enough that we want a bar. The fence flips down and turns into a bar, and we can hang out together. So that will be cool. Not sure if it will actually happen, but we are looking into it. Ooh, Christmas Eve at daughter's house this year. They bought a Traeger for themselves for Christmas. Barbecue pork belly burnt ends is on the menu. Nice. Ooh, Josh, it'll be a lemon cake with tangerine and pecan butter cream frosting, both fruit and nuts gathered at the peak of freshness. Brought to you by Carl Jr.'s. All right, cool. After Chirpy started up, the birds outside my window lost my mind. I've heard that from other people, that Chirpy triggers, all the birds within hearing distance of the tribe. Yeah, Chirpy is very territorial. Is he still there? Yeah, he's still hanging out there. He doesn't even mention the birds. Yep, Chirpy is a mockingbird. I'm not great on birds, but the tribe has determined he is a mockingbird. I've been tearing up the past few days, as my husband says, rearranging the weeds. Some weeds from up by the logging road, some weeds from the roadside. Yeah, that's pretty much the plan here. Hey, Nick. Yeah, I should be able to do some stuff today, so give me a call. Ooh, good time for drink coffee. Oh. It's hot. And yes, it was one of those buzz honey mornings. So if you're not familiar with Uncommon Bees buzz honey, yeah. Chirpy is the Texas state bird. So the mockingbird is a Texas state bird. For some reason, I was thinking it was the roadrunner. But hey, Chirpy, congratulations. You know how there are certain cats that can sit and just have this regal elegance about them? That's what Chirpy is doing now. Like, he has his neck extended and his head up, and he's just sitting there motionless. It's very regal, Chirpy. You look good. Neighbor comes to my yard. He says, is that weeds or is it supposed to be something? I tell you. I got a lot of work to do yet to educate the masses. Well, heck yeah. I mean, it would be necessary. And I'd be okay with the coyote being the state dog. I mean, when it comes right down to it, Hell yeah. Every time you mention Buzz Honey, I imagine it spiked with liquor. Just the opposite. It is spiked with caffeine. Green coffee beans and taurine. So basically, it's the ingredients of a Monster energy drink without the sugar, and of course the water. So, but yeah, the taurine. It's interesting because basically what that does is it tricks your body into thinking you've slept without actually having to sleep. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yep, Katie, my cat is like that. Very handsome. Cool. Yeah, I think, Chirpy is looking down on us peasants. I don't know. So, I've been watching The Mandalorian, and the early in season 2, when Mando meets Ahsoka, and there's this like fortress, and in this fortress, it's run by this kind of very regal lady, and very proud. And for some reason, Chirpy reminds me of that lady. So, oh well. Ooh, hey, Alan. Birds have cleaned the possum house here. Wow, already? But the Warren's red possum are still loaded. Okay. My mockingbird was chasing out some of them yesterday. Defending? Who knows? Well, probably. Buzz Honey sounds like a character from an X-rated. Okay, moving on. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, okay, the last episode of season 2 was really awesome, but the character that showed up at the end, I won't say is one of my least favorite characters, but not in my list of really favorite characters. It made sense, but I wasn't like fanboying, oh my god, over it. Leading up to it was really good. All right, hey, it is 7:50. Time for the group take. Yay, group take, group take, group take. So, those of you new here, and I don't know if there's anyone new here, but I am the Medicine Man from Medicine Man Plant Company, and so every morning I take this sort of thing, starting with the liver pill: cleanse, support, detoxify, protect. This is not made of liver. It is made to support and maintain your liver using burdock and milk thistle. And come out there. Oops, oh, wow. It's almost time for another bottle. Oops, 5 would be too many. 4. So, got to protect the liver, especially with the feasting and stuff coming up here. Mm-hmm. All right. The brain pill. Memory, focus, mental clarity, attention. All right, and this is a whole big question here now, isn't it? Who is the best Jedi? And in this regard, I think I'm going to go with who's the favorite Jedi. And even that is complicated. Honestly, I really like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think, well, even he had some foolish moments. In the end, Chewbacca is my favorite. He's not a Jedi, but I would have, fanboy freaked out if Chewbacca had shown up. All right. Okay. The immune pill: support, maintain, prepare, fight. With Peter Mayhew passing away. They had some Norwegian basketball player played Chewbacca in the last Star Wars movie, a lot of the action scenes. But, Mm. Neighbor gave me his abundant leaves, ignorance has an upside. This is true. Man, that's one nice thing about the fall is all the free mulch. Good morning. Listening to my husband explain relationships and the intricate happenings in Star Wars with Mandalorian, it's like listening to Latin. I understood very little of anything. Understandable. Okay, wait. I do need to change my answer, though. Chewbacca? Yeah, Chewbacca way up there. No pun intended. But Boba Fett. I mean, see, I watched the George Lucas Star Wars Christmas special when it was on TV, and afterwards it's like, what the was that? But Boba Fett, the first appearance of Boba Fett there was like, whoa, this dude is cool! And I had the little action figure, and I still have my original Boba Fett action figure that I had to mail away for. So I'm excited about the book of Boba Fett. I'm curious to see how it's going. And then the lady that's with him, Menoir. I don't know the character's name off the top of my head. But yeah. So I like what they've done with the Star Wars universe. Yeah, and he is up there. He's definitely up there. Because he seemed to be a little less forgiving than Yoda was, and a little more of a hard ass. But Obi-Wan, I liked Obi-Wan. Yep. What are the benefits of having weeds in the yard and leaving dead leaves on the ground, if any? I know there's some. I'm in favor of keeping my yard as natural as possible, but my significant other has his heart set on actual grass and raking leaves. I feel like you will know. I need to make my case. Okay, so the main use for leaf litter, well, there's two. One, it is fertilizer. If instead of raking, bagging, and getting rid of, at least use a mulching lawnmower and chop it up really fine into confetti and just leave it on the soil. And because it will, all the minerals and all the stuff that the plants use to grow are still in those leaves and will be re-fertilizing your yard, along with the organic matter, a thing called humic acid, which will help with water retention. So at the very least, mulch it up fine and just let it fall back into the grass. And it will save on watering and fertilizer. If you leave it just as leaf litter, it's going to affect the grass some, but it is a wonderful natural ecosystem for all the little bugs and stuff that are beneficial for the yard, pollinators and other decomposers and things like that. So, if you think from an evolutionary point of view, the ecosystem evolved, the trees drop the leaves pile up, and then other things eat the leaves on the ground over time, and they decompose and so forth. They weren't bagged up and taken away. So if you bag them up and take them away, you are screwing up the whole food chain of the ecosystem. If you start losing the bugs, you start losing the things that eat the bugs, like Chirpy. Then you have to supplement with bird feeders, which are a source of infection and bird disease. And so the world collapses upon us. So yeah, leave the leaves behind, and the same with the weeds. They are food. I can understand homeowners association might not like it, but in the case of the weeds, at least have a few corners of the yard where the weeds are, maybe not have the entire yard weeds like mine. But the main thing is the leaf litter. The fallen leaves are an important part of the ecosystem and the whole chain of life and everything like that. Yeah, that's the name. Min Na Wen. It was like a current Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's one I never got into. I wanted to, but I just couldn't make the time for it. Yeah, that was impressive. They got the original actor for Boba Fett. So the one from the Clone Wars. Yep. Very cool. I got to say, they're doing The Mandalorian right as far as a lot of things like that. Some of the, in season 2, a lot of season 2, I thought they were kind of just going through the motions. The writing wasn't as good as season 1. I get really annoyed when smart people do stupid things, and from a tactics and battle type approach in a number of cases, I was yelling at the TV screen. It's like, that's not what a soldier would do. Melanie, you probably have a lot of experience with that too. So yeah, but I will say the final episode did a really good job of redeeming the season. There's all sorts of... I'm following behind her. Hey, Henrik. Yep. Leaves are gifts from gods. Yep. Another vote for mulching the leaves. Definitely mulch the leaves. Yeah. They help protect the roots during the winter. So if you put the mulch leaf litter on your beds... Sorry, my shoulder is killing me. Cool. All right. I need to go back. I got to see if it's something like Amazon Prime or something. Hey, Henry. Whoops. Good morning. Oh, 7:59. Coming in right at the end, Henry. We were talking Star Wars and birds. In case you want to go back and rewatch. Yeah. Star Trek Enterprise, the writers were grasping. Yeah. As I said, there is a theory. We got 1 minute. There's a theory that no science fiction show remains good after 3 seasons. And by the end of the 3rd season, they are really grasping. And the 4th season and anything beyond that is crap. So, I don't know. But thinking back, I kind of believe that just at the different sci-fi shows. You know, by the end of season 2, they were kind of like, yeah, okay. And season 3 is like, we'll see. Hey, Jonathan. Yeah. Pointing out movie plot flaws is standard operating procedure for me. Yeah. It's my kids laugh because my wife and I, we will just be vicious on, on the movies and the people. And it's like, why did they do that? But so be it. Part of the fun. All right, tribe. It is 8 o'clock. I got to do Medicine Man stuff. It is Wednesday. They'll be here again tomorrow morning. There will not be a Merryweather's World tomorrow, Christmas Eve, for obvious reasons. Then next week will be New Year's Eve. So again, there won't be Merryweather's World. So Merryweather's World will return Thursday, January 7th. And remember, I'm having a NASA space farmer on. We're going to talk about the difficulties of growing plants in space and what NASA is doing and the problems they've run into and cool solutions and all that. So that should be really cool. The donut shop will be open tomorrow morning. I'm telling myself that Friday morning it won't be open. Because even I got a rest. But we'll see what my ego says. Anyway, so no guarantees on Friday. So it might be tomorrow and then not until Monday. Until then, Mom, Dad, love you. Tribe, absolutely love you. Barbara, who's the one? The Brenda, the one having her son come back. What was her name? Bonnie. I know you're probably not listening, but have a great time with your son who has been gone for 5 years. Awesome. And those of you with all the wonderful foods, enjoy the wonderful foods. Okay, enough. That's a long Minnesota goodbye. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow. End broadcast.